So, this is the reason why I came back from Lisbon to India for something special. That's a life changing decision that I had to make for myself, and that's the reason I came here. Now, I have mentioned this before in my previous videos, that why I'm moving here for some time. I don't want to repeat everything because it will be too monotonous. So you can watch the previous video as to why I was fired from the job and about a few things that I have mentioned in that video. So I'll start from where I left last time, okay? So that you don't get bored with everything that I say or repeat, okay? So the reason I came here to India is because I had to take a decision. I had to take a stand. So just to give you a gist about it, last year I came to India and I had my tests done, and as if you have watched my previous videos, you already know that I have adenomyosis, and that's the reason I was told to take off the uterus, so to have the hysterectomy. And that time I was not really prepared because it was a very short duration for my stay in India last year, and I was not very sure if I wanted to do that already. I mean, I knew that since 2021 that I had adenomyosis, but last year was not the year for me to decide on that. And I went back to Lisbon, and I took up a job in January. So what happened is I used to get a lot of pain, a lot of excruciating pain in my periods, with or without my periods, you can say that. Um, and I really could not go to work. Um, and then I went to the doctor, to which they prescribed me Slinda. Um, Now, I want to tell you something about this, that, see, the Lisbon or Portugal medical system is way too different compared to India. Both have different medical systems, and how they look at their patients is different from how India does it. Okay, now in Lisbon, actually, the moment I entered the hospital, they asked me questions about the usual things, like, how much pain do I get and all those basic questions, but nothing apart from that. And they directly prescribed me Slinda. So what I feel here is they should have asked me to do an ultrasound, or they should have asked me to get some tests done to make sure that the issue is the right issue they are addressing. But they only checked my documents, the reports or test results from Indian results. Okay, the MRI, not the MRI, sorry, the ultrasound and all those things. Okay, so they did not do the checkup from their side, but whatever they saw on the test results, according to that, they prescribed me Slinda. And I was like, okay, since I have not taken that, let me try it. And if you haven't watched my Slinda video, you can watch it because I will not repeat that. But to give you a review on Slinda, just a note over here, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a person who has done anything related to medical. So do not take this as an advice from me. It's just for your knowledge, okay? I'm just sharing my experience. So Slinda worked for me for 1 month, but if you ask me for an update about Slinda, the second month and the third month was really terrible, especially the third month. and into fourth. So it was like 1.5 months of periods with excruciating pain that I couldn't go to work. So that was the update about Slinda. And I went to the gynec again in June because I did not get the relief. So I went back to the doctor, and she said that I mean, I explained the situation, and I said that, can't you give me the option to do the hysterectomy, because I was told by the Indian doctor that I could, and if you could just give me the option. And to which they said that they would not give me the option. They would ask me to either take painkillers or take the Marina coil, go for that option. And I was like, I do not want to go for that option, because Marina is again a progestin only hormone thing that helps with the bleeding and all of that. And if Slinda did not help me, Marina would not. And I didn't want to go back and forth with, taking all the options and then sitting with the pain again, or things, escalating. So she said that she wouldn't give the option, but she did the pap smear, and it was normal. And she then told me that this is in June, okay? She told me that we could do an ultrasound and see if you have adenomyosis. Well, they already knew that I have adenomyosis. That's the reason they were giving me Slimna. But okay, that's fine. So she said that we could have an ultrasound to see if it was just adenomyosis or anything else. To which I was like, okay, no problem, that's fine. And I asked her if there is anything else, or even if it's just adenomyosis, what are my options? To which she said that there are not many options. There's only Marina coil for you right now. And I was not very happy with that, because I really did not want to go back and forth with all of this, because I knew my pain and I couldn't take it. So this is the system, how they follow. It's not something right or wrong, it's how they follow in Portugal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but as a patient, I have my own opinion as well. So in June, then they said that my appointment for ultrasound was scheduled on 16th of June. And on 15th of June, I received an email saying that your ultrasound has been postponed to 18th of August. 18th of August, like 2 months away. And that's when I thought, like, if this is so slow, I really do not want to wait. And if I wait for the ultrasound and then she tells me that, go for the Marina coil or another type of Slinda, I'm just going to waste my time. So that's the reason I booked my tickets to India. I came here on June 15th, and I visited the doctor on June 18th, and she said that we can do an MRI and check what the issue is, if it's just adenomyosis or endometriosis or anything else like fibroids. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I was supposed to go on 19th for my MRI, but I got my periods. Now, I was again in a lot of pain, so I just canceled the appointment, and then after 5 days I went for the MRI. The report said that I have adenomyosis, which has grown from, like, in 6 months it has grown. And just 6 months before, I did not have endometriosis in my ovaries, and now I do have endometriosis in my left ovaries. So just in the last September 2025, I had done the test. In January or Feb, I had gone to the doctor, to which they did not check. They gave me Slinda. And again in June, it was postponed. So it kept this kept increasing, right? And it would keep increasing if I would just listen to the advice and just delay things. And I really wanted a solution from the pain. Okay, it's not about the doctors, it's not about the system, it's just, it's not about anybody, but it's about me going through this pain every single day. And that's when I had to decide something for myself, and that's the reason I came from Lisbon to India for this, because I know the system is different. I know the doctors here. I speak the same language, so it's very easy for me to, um, you know, go through all these things. Now, when I went back to my doctor with the reports, the MRI reports, she said that you do have the endometriosis and you never had that before. Um, and then she gave me the option for hysterectomy, but also she said that we have to take both your ovaries as well. To which I was a bit skeptical, and I thought, like, no, I do not want to take out both the ovaries because the right one is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and I wanted to keep the right one. But she said that the endometriosis can spread in your right ovary as well. But I still wanted a second opinion, so I researched about it and I found this doctor on Instagram, and I went to this hospital. And I spoke to the doctor, a lovely doctor who explained things very well. And she said that yes, we can keep one ovary because we don't want you to directly go into a surgical menopause, because that would again start a whole new story, like a different thing altogether. So she said that we would keep your ovary and we would take out the uterus and the left ovary. To which I was like, okay, that's fine. And also she we ran through some tests again, and we also came to know that I have fibroids as well in my uterus. So this is what I feel that, when I went to the doctor for the first time in Lisbon, they should have seen or asked me to do an ultrasound or something, or blood work or something, to see, because in 2025 I did not have this. So this is what I feel, that things were delayed and they were not given that importance, or just asking me to take painkillers or Slinda was something that I feel should have been avoided. I don't know. I don't know how this works, but I feel they should have looked into it at least. We would have reached somewhere sooner. And that's how I feel the systems are. Nothing against any countries, but that's how it works. And as I have the option, I chose to come here, and my hysterectomy is scheduled day after tomorrow, which is on the 7th of August. And I'm a bit nervous because it's a huge thing, because it's about taking the organ out from the body, which gives me some mixed feelings. I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm relieved, I'm emotional. So yeah, there are so many things to it, but I'm happy that I won't be in pain. And adenomyosis is something that hysterectomy can take out the pain completely. I don't know about endometriosis, because that's that's not the cure for endometriosis, but again, it's in the ovaries. So they said that they will check if there are any any other cyst like things and remove that if they see in the surgery. So that's about the uterus part and the hysterectomy and the story. But yeah, I really have mixed feelings about this. But yeah, I'm relieved, and I don't know what to say more. But we also had some tests done yesterday, and there were a lot of tests. So, blood work, x ray, and about the cardiology. I don't know. Too many things, okay? And that literally got done in like half an hour, not joking. Half an hour, and I was done with all the tests with the reports in my hand, and the blood reports came today. I had given the blood yesterday and it came today. So everything like in 24 hours, I got it in my hand. So that's the reason I feel that it's very quick, and things are looked into very faster. We are able to decide, and in the end I'm able to decide what I want as a patient, and that's the reason. My whole purpose was to come here and get that operated. So that's the only thing that I wanted to say over here, is that two different countries have two different systems, completely fine, but it's about the patient and how they feel. And I feel that they should be given the treatment faster. Yeah. But nevertheless, I'm here and I have the option. So I'm happy that I'm going on the 7th, and they have mentioned a lot of things that I need to do. So I just shaved my whole body today, and I'm going to pack things for my hospital tomorrow. So I've just purchased some compression socks, some peppermint tea for the gas they mentioned, which irritates you on the shoulders. That's what I've read. So let's see. But if you have gone through the same procedure, let me know in the comments what was your recovery like, and what was the pain like, or how did you cope up with everything. I'm a bit nervous. Although I had a laparoscopic surgery for appendix back in 2010. So I am aware of this, like they insert the instruments and they see and they do something. So I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, I have been through that, but it still gives me that scare because it's about taking an organ out completely. So yeah. But yeah, if you have gone through this, please let me know in the comments what do you feel about this. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated on this, on the surgery and how it went, and how I'm recovering. Everything is new to me right now with this, so I don't know how it's going to be, but I'm prepared, kind of. But let's hope for the best. Thank you so much for listening to me until here, and see you after the surgery. Take care.